What is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is a scent safari episode, and the house that we're going to take a look at today is called Ormonde Jayne. Now, this is a house that another reviewer, Greggy Boy from the UK, he really likes this house, and he's hyped it up, and his constant championing of it really made me curious. And so I reached out. Before we talk about Ormond Jayne, let me just sort of explain the concept behind these scent safari shows. So basically, these are it's a series on my channel where I sort of look at houses that usually I don't own anything from and are a little bit lesser known than some of the other big powerful houses in our community, like Zizan, the online fragrance community, Zizan and Nawab and Creed and Bond. You know, I'm really sort of looking for I don't want to say obscure, because I don't think Ormond Jayne is obscure, but a little under the radar niche and niche houses, and in particular indie houses. And there's actually a pretty well established house, but I reach out to them if I don't know a lot about them, and I ask them to send me some samples, and then I pick four. Ormond sent me six. I picked the four that I thought would be the most interesting, and I sort of smell them first time on camera. Like I'll wear them a couple hours before or put them on tester strips. In this case, I have all four of these on pulse points, and then about 5-10 minutes before actually shooting, I will reapply them, so I kind of get a really good feel of what the fragrances are like. But they definitely are first impression videos for the most part. Now, as far as Ormond Jayne goes, this is a house founded by a woman named Linda Pilkington. I would imagine there's no relation to Carl. I love Carl Pilkington, by the way. And she basically started with love of perfume at basically selling flowers roadside outside of her home in Cheshire. She also learned how to make bath oils and scented candles, and for presents she would give out these scented cushions. She then spent some time traveling around the world. She spent time running a boutique hotel, a soybean farm, and a chain of exotic ice cream parlors where she would come up with her own custom flavors. And it's there, I think, that she developed a real appreciation for exotic oil and essences. When Linda came home, she started working on fragrances. They were showed at a London trade show. For 2 years, she won first place for style and innovation. And then later down the line, was asked to create a perfect scented candle for Chanel. And that experience, it seems, gave her the experience to start Ormond Jayne. Each product is passionately created, bottled, and packaged in their London workshop, and we have 4 scents to take a look at today. Now, they sent them to me in this really beautiful Ormond Jayne box, huge box, with a Ormond, the website's on it, and some information on the bottom, and it had this beautiful brown ribbon on it, so I don't want that to get lost. It was a really beautiful way to present the samples, and I certainly take notice of things like that. Now, as far as these fragrances go, it looks like the perfumer Giza Schoen does all these with Linda Pilkington. He is listed on Fragrantica as the perfumer that did the 4 that we're going to talk about today. They sent me 6. I picked 4 that I thought looked the most interesting. If you're unfamiliar with Schoen, he's a really great perfumer. He's done a bunch of scents for Biel Parfum Kunstwerk. He's done a couple for Clive Christian. Of course, Eccentric Molecules is his. I love Eccentric Molecules. Beautiful Mind. I kind of look at him as like a real minimalist genius who doesn't need to work with a million notes to make something really complex and beautiful, but he's also able to do really simple scents as well. So the first one we're going to look at is one called the Montabaco, and it's this one here, as you can see. It's from their Four Corners collection, and the Four Corners collection is based on places that Linda traveled. Pricey, 120 ml of EDP on this one is $448, 50 ml is $280, or you can grab a travel set for $160. These are in American dollars, so certainly nice options. This one aims to capture the essence of Latin America, and the top notes on it are Orange Absolute, Bergamot, Juniper, Clary Sage, and Cardamom. In the middle, you've got Magnolia, Hedione, Rose, Violet, and Tea. And in the base, you've got Tobacco Leaf, Isoe Super, Suede, San sandalwood, moss tonka, and ambergris. This one is really nice. To me, what this one is about, on my skin at least, is really ISO-E super and tobacco. And don't get me wrong, because there's plenty of spice in this one. It's also very balmy, but I definitely get juniper and tea as well. But what really pops out is a really nice mix of ISO-E super and tobacco. So I definitely get the Latin theme in this one. It kind of, to me, smells like a deluxe version of an eccentric molecule scent. Would I pay $300 to $500 for this fragrance? Absolutely not. But it's really nice, and the quality on this one is superb. The next one we're going to look at is called Zizan, and this one came out in 2008. Notes on this one are Sicilian lime, bergamot, clary sage, pink pepper, and juniper berry at the top. In the middle, you're going to get bay, violet, jasmine, and then the base you're going to get vetiver, cedar, musk, and amber. Now, better prices on this one. A bottle of Zizan starts at $105. You can also get a custom poured bottle where you can choose the concentration strength up to $360 depending on the strength you want. That's a very cool option. And this one is maybe my favorite from everything I've smelled. The citrus at the top of this one is oh wow. I mean, that hit of Sicilian lime and bergamot, and then as it dries down, for me it becomes a cedary and vetiver scent. It's a little bit smoky. This, I think, would be a great scent for a guy who's looking to get that first niche scent and step up from designers, because there's nothing in here that's like loud or off-putting or unfamiliar. It's just very clean. It's safe. It smells great. It performs well. This one has really done well on my skin, and the notes are just fantastic. Honestly, the lime at the top of this might be my favorite lime note that I've ever smelled, because even though it's light and zesty, it has a touch of darkness to it as well. So I would say Zizan is an excellent fragrance. It's definitely worth checking out if you like citruses. Third one up, guys, is called Orris Noir. Same pricing as Zizan on this one. Might be a little bit cheaper. And it was a 2006 release. And notes on this one are going to be Divana, pink pepper, coriander seed, and bergamot at the top. Iris, sambac absolute, pimento berries, and bay in the middle, and the base is incense, myrrh, patchouli, Chinese cedar, and gaiac. So I read about this online, and what I saw a lot of people saying is they don't get any iris in this one, and I really disagree with that. This one reminds me of one of my favorite iris fragrances, an iris fragrance that I feel is criminally slept on, and that one is called Iris 39 by Le Labo. I like this one a lot. It's sweet and resinous. I love the combination of pimento and iris and orris, and the coriander seed. This one is really good. This is one of the better iris fragrances I've smelled. You know, it's hard to do an iris fragrance that can come off as masculine, which is why I think Ormonde is such a genius fragrance. Like, it's a very masculine iris fragrance. Even Iris 39 by Le Labo is a little bit feminine, but this one definitely isn't. It could go either way. But the myrrh and the iris here, and the pimento and the spice, this is an excellent fragrance. Really enjoy this one. And we are going to finish out with the one that I was most excited to try. This one is called Nawab of Oudh. And this one is the priciest, I think. The travel spray at this one starts at $176, and the big boy bottle, 120 ml, is $536. Now, from what I understand, the Nawab are the rulers of a central province in India. This one came out in 2012. The notes on it are green notes, bergamot, orange absolute, cardamom, and aldehydes at the top. In the middle, you're going to get magnolia, orchid, pimento, bay, cinnamon, and hedione. And in the base, you're going to get ambergris, musk, vetiver, labdanum, and oud. Beautiful fragrance. Nice, resinous, has a little bit of that sort of syrupy jasmine note that I would guess is from the hedione. It's very nicely spiced, very nicely blended. At this price point, I'm surprised I don't get more oud. To me, this is more about resin and spice than actual oud, but the bay and cinnamon in this fragrance is fantastic. Would I pay $536 for this? No. I like it a lot. It's not a bad scent. It's expensive for what it is for me, and at $500+ I need to see something that's either unique or ridiculous. And though it's quite excellent, it doesn't get there. But I love the spice in this one. I love the aldehydes in this one. You know, aldehydes aren't typically something that I love, but with all the spices, it's beautiful in this one. So what's my takeaway on Ormond G? Well, I don't know that I found that one that really pulled me in. I would say that I'm really impressed by the quality of all these fragrances. The quality is great. The blending is great. Pricing is tough. Like you guys know, pricing really doesn't matter that much to me. You know, one of my favorite fragrances is Richwood by Xerjoff, which is $700. Amber Oud by Raja Dove is close to $1,000. So I can deal with pricing if everything else is right. For me, the two really expensive ones here, Montabaco and Nawab of Oudh, I wouldn't pay that for those. I think I'm better off with this brand of sort of their middle tier fragrances. Like Zizan and Ars Noir. Ars Noir is something I could see me buying a bottle of, but I'm gonna check out more from them. I hope that I don't know that they have a U.S. distributor right now. I hope they get one, or maybe I'm wrong and they do have one, because it's definitely a brand. You guys know me, like I like to own something from every brand, and I definitely want to own something from Ormonde Jayne. I just don't know that I've definitely found that one yet, but it's certainly a line that that definitely warrants way more exploration. Certainly the four corners of the world fragrances. I hear that there's a tea one in there, and I like tea fragrances. Tea for Two by L'Artisan, love that one. So I'm gonna keep looking. I suggest you look at Ormond Jayne because the fragrances are really good. You know, the price is always sort of a subjective thing, and it's what you can afford and what you're willing to pay. You know, if the price range doesn't scare you, I would definitely give them a look. And even if it does, I would give them a look, because you can always purchase the travel sets. I think that's a great idea to do those, so you're not automatically decluded when a bottle's $500. So I'm going to keep checking out Ormond Jayne. I think you guys should check out Ormond Jayne. I want to thank Ormond Jayne for sending me these samples, and you know, maybe I'll double back and take another look at them down the road when I've had more time with them, because I think there's a lot of potential there, and I really appreciate the quality of the ingredients in these fragrances. So guys, if you have any questions on Ormond Jayne, I'd be happy to try to answer them as best as I could. As always, I'm going to link to Ormond Jayne in the description, and we'll see you more with more videos this week, guys. You know what it is. My name is Maximilian, and I must know. Peace.